30,000. That is how many tech professionals have lost their jobs so far in 2026. And we are only in March. Last year, it was over 1,24,000. Companies like Amazon, Meta, Accenture, Block, cutting thousands of roles and saying the same thing. AI makes us more efficient, so we need fewer people. Block just cut half of its workforce. Remember, half. Their CEO said, and I quote, intelligence tools have changed what it means to build and run a company. Now, here is the part that should make you pay very close attention. The roles that are being eliminated first are not random. They are entry level, coding, testing, L1 support, basic data processing. The juniors on your team, the ones you trained, their jobs are disappearing. And if you think that your 10 or 15 years of experience automatically protects you, well, it does not. Not unless you do what I am about to tell you. Hi, I'm Vijay Srinivasan with over 30 years of experience in IT and a COO. I have survived three waves of technology disruption in my career: outsourcing, cloud migration, and now we are into AI era. And each time the same pattern plays out. The people who lose are not the least skilled. They are the ones who waited to be told what to do next. Today, I am going to give you three moves that will make you irreplaceable even in the AI era. Not by learning to code AI models, but by shifting into a role that AI just cannot replace. So, stay till the very end. Move number three is one of the most IT professionals will never be able to figure out on their own. So, let me be very clear about something. I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to tell you the truth. Because the truth is more nuanced than what the headlines say. The headlines say AI is killing jobs. And yes, some jobs are going away. But a recent study backed by OpenAI across 650 IT companies in India found something important. AI is not causing mass layoffs in Indian IT sector. What it is doing is transforming roles. And here is the real picture. Entry level hiring is shrinking. A Wales book analysis found out that mid career professionals, those with 4 to 10 years of experience, made up to 65% of IT hiring in 2025. That is up from 50% the year before. And entry level hiring dropped to just 15%. So, what does that mean? Companies are not eliminating experience, they are eliminating execution. They do not need more people to write code. AI can write the code for them. They need more people who can decide what code should be written, why, and what the business impact will be. Anthropic's CEO Dario Amodei recently said his prediction of 50% of entry level white collar jobs being disrupted in 1 to 5 years, not decades, just years. A survey of more than 1,000 US business leaders found out that 37% expect to have replaced jobs with AI by the end of 2026. And the most people who are at risk? High salary employees without AI skills and the entry level workers. So here is a question you need to answer honestly right now today. Are you still being paid to execute, or are you being paid to think, decide, and lead? Because execution is exactly what AI replaces. Thinking, deciding, and leading is what AI cannot. Now, here is the part that should give you some hope. Organizations are flatter than ever before. Middle management layers are being removed. DDI's global leadership forecast shows 71% of current leaders are burned out. 40% are thinking about leaving. There is a leadership vacuum forming right now. And the mid career IT professional who steps into that vacuum, not with more certifications, but with genuine leadership capability, will be the one who rises while everyone else scrambles. Here are three moves to make sure that that person is you. Move number one: shift from being just an executor to being a strategist. This first move is very, very important. You need to stop being the person who does the work and start being the person who decides what work should be done. I know this sounds very obvious, but I have coached over 100 IT professionals and I can tell you 90% of them are still operating as executors, even at senior levels. They take the requirements, they deliver, they wait for the next set of requirements. That is exactly the pattern AI replaces. Give AI a requirement, it delivers faster than you. What AI cannot do is look at a business problem and say, here is what we should build, and here is why. Let me make this a little more concrete. Imagine your team is building a feature for a client. The executor mindset says, how fast can we build it? What are the technical specifications? What is the deadline? The strategist mindset says, why does the client need this at the first place? What business problem does it solve? Is this even the right feature to build? And what is the impact if we build something different instead? When you start asking, should we instead of how do we, you move from replaceable to being essential. Because the person who shapes the decision is always more valuable than the person who implements it. Here is a practical way to start this particular week for you. In your next team meeting, before diving into task updates, say this. Before we discuss delivery timelines, I want to share a perspective on why this project matters to the client's Q3 goals and what I think we should prioritize differently. That single sentence changes how every person in the room perceives you. You just sounded like a leader, not a doer, and nobody needed to give you permission to say that. Move number two, become the AI human bridge. This second move is counterintuitive. Instead of competing with AI or running away from it, you position yourself as a person who connects AI capability to human decision making. Let me explain it. Right now, AI tools can generate code, write reports, analyze data, summarize documents. But here is what Forrester research found out. Only 16% of workers have what they call high AI readiness, and only 14% of the organizations have AI solutions actually running in production. So there's a massive gap between what AI can do in a demo and what AI actually does inside a real enterprise with messy data, legacy systems, compliance requirements, and resistant teams. Somebody has to bridge that gap. Somebody has to say, here is what AI is good at, here is what it is not good at, and here is how we use it to actually solve our business problems without breaking everything. That person, the AI human bridge, is the most valuable person in any organization in 2026. And here is why this is perfect for you as a mid-career IT professional. You have some you have something a junior developer does not have and something AI does not have, and that is context. You know the legacy systems. You know the business logic. You know why things were built the way they were. You know where the bodies are buried, as we say. That institutional knowledge combined with AI fluency, that is a superpower. Not AI expertise alone, not domain knowledge alone, the combination of both. And here is what this looks like in practice. Next time your team discusses a new AI tool or automation initiative, do not sit quietly. Raise your hand and say, I have worked with this client system for 4 years. Let me map out where AI can really add value and where we need to be a little more careful so that we do not break what already exists. You have just made yourself indispensable because you are the only person in the room who can connect the AI opportunity to the real world complexity. That is the bridge. Move number three, build decision making authority. The third move is one of that separates people who survive from people who thrive. Build decision authority. Here is what I mean by that. In every organization, there are people who are asked for their opinion, and there are people who are asked for their decision. The first group is valuable. The second group is essential. AI can give you analysis, AI can give you options, AI can even give you recommendations. What AI cannot do is take accountability for a decision and live with the consequences. That is a human act. That is a leadership act. The mid career professionals who thrive in the next 5 years are the ones who actively seek out decision making responsibility. Not just, I will do what you tell me, but I have evaluated the options and here is my recommendation and I am willing to own it. Let me tell you what happened to a client of mine, Priya, 12 years into IT, a project manager at a services company. When her organization started an AI transformation initiative, most of her peers waited for instructions. Priya did something very different. She just went to her VP and said, "Let me lead the pilot for our team." Not because she was an AI expert, but because she was the one who understood the team, the client, and the risks. She made the case that she was the right person to own the decision of how AI gets implemented in her practice. 6 months later, Priya was promoted to be the senior director. Not because she knew most about AI, because she was the person who took ownership when everyone else was waiting for someone to tell them what to do. That is decision authority, and it is the single most AI proof skill that you can build. Now, here is the part that goes deeper than strategy. This is the coaching insight that took me years to understand. The biggest threat to your career is not AI, never was. The biggest threat is a belief you have been carrying since your first job. The belief that if you do excellent work, the system will take care of you. That belief worked for 20 years in the IT industry. Show up, deliver, get promoted, and repeat. The system rewarded execution and it trained an entire generation of IT professionals to believe that execution is enough. It is not anymore. AI did not create this problem, AI just exposed it. It exposed the fact that millions of smart, experienced professionals never made the shift from I am someone who does excellent work to I am someone who leads, decides, and takes ownership. This is not a skill gap, this is an identity gap. And closing it is one of the most important career moves that you will ever make. So, let me recap the three moves. Move number one, shift from executor to strategist. Stop asking how and start asking why and should we. Move number two, become the AI human bridge. Your institutional knowledge plus AI fluency is a superpower. And move number three, build decision making authority or build decision authority. Be the person who owns the outcome, not just the task. Now I need you to do something. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these three moves are you going to start this week? Not someday, this week. I read every comment and I will reply. If you know someone in IT who is anxious about AI, a friend, a colleague, someone on your team, send them this video. This is the conversation that should be happening in every meeting room, on every team, in every company. But it is not. So be the person who starts it. Subscribe if you have not already. Every week I put on videos on leadership, career strategy, and communication for professionals who are ready to stop waiting and start leading. AI will replace executors, it will never replace leaders. The question is, which one will you choose to be? I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.